Hey guys, welcome to this 4th of July edition of CyberTalk with Bob and Chris. And, cyber attacks are way up. We don't need to tell you that. And
Microsoft doesn't need to tell you that either with all the problems they've been having with their distributed denial of service stuff.
actually, you want to hear a real going, Chris, about a denial of service. I saw someone attacking one individual user at a company. They signed him up for 209 listservs across multiple universities.
Apparently, verifying the email address was not part of those listservs.
Well, that's what he got. He got 200
You got the
verification
verifications.
messages,
Okay.
and it was freaking him out. It was like, what is all this crap? What's coming in? What's going on? And
Oh,
you
man.
know, so I wound up having to go find rules because it was 209 before I blocked all listservs to that company.
Just between you and I, and apparently the internet, I get on average 180 emails a day.
That's all. I believe it, and I'm
Yeah.
getting all kinds of stuff too. And this one was even more for this person. It's like, okay, where's my good email? Because I got all this other crap coming in, and it's was it malicious? Well, who knows?
Yeah. Well, I base it over 7 days, so if I take the weekend out of it, it's probably actually way higher. Because people email us on the weekend, but not much. That would suck though, being signed up for 200. I've been signed up. I had my personal email once signed up for a bunch of stuff that I didn't do. But my personal email is also attacked all the time. Two people trying to log into it, so it's pretty entertaining.
I mean, these were confirmation emails that that you had to click on the link to continue. So he didn't actually end up in the actual list, but there was plenty of stuff coming on. And guys, the real thing there is email addresses. People can do some damage with your email address. At least make life difficult for you. And when you're working with a web developer, we typically want to tell them to make sure that if you're going to put an email address on the website, put it in a way that's not easily searchable through the robots and the recovery and the crawlers, so that it's not easily harvested.
Yeah, that's going to become more and more of a problem as AI starts snapshotting websites and reading them.
True.
So we know that's coming. Let's dive in a little bit of this DDoS stuff that's going on. The weekend. Hey, look, this 4th of July weekend coming up. We talked about this last week a little bit. Cyber attacks usually, if they're large scale, get launched around holidays. Hey,
pull the plug.
Yeah, it's convenient, right? So you have an opportunity to turn your stuff off, but Microsoft's had a rough go the last couple weeks. They had a denial of service attack. Basically, it's when hackers send a bunch of traffic trying to make sure the services that you use every day aren't available. And if you can't get your Outlook and you can't get to your files and things like that, Activision Blizzard had one on Sunday where it took down their server so people couldn't play their games. So Diablo 4 just came out. And I'm sure the Diablo 4 community was very angry about this. The reality is,
they couldn't play their games.
They couldn't play their game, man. Yeah, you gotta get that crack. The reality is it can happen to any application, and so when you look at like cloud apps and stuff like that, and you see like these large scale denial of service attacks, the chances is it's going to take down the app. But the good thing is most providers like Microsoft and Google and Amazon and things like that, they put a lot of checks and balances in place, and they will throw a lot of money to stop these kind of attacks. But the way they come about is people get infected. They get created into a botnet. So you're talking about millions of computers or devices that can send traffic all at once. They're all controlled by one group or something like that can then trigger that to attack whoever they want. So it's important that all of us, to make sure our services stay up and running, all of us take ownership of patching our devices, including our home routers, because right now there's I think 21 or something routers out there that can be infected and turned into a botnet right straight over the internet without you even knowing it.
Wow. I saw one. I actually saw an email this morning at one of the low end NAS products now is Zytel or something was there. But I posted something last week, actually this week on on Facebook. Let me grab it. It's like I posted something this week about it was actually an 11-year-old graphic of what the bad guys will do with your computer if they can get access to it. And it's like times haven't changed.
Yeah, that is old. Oh, bot activity. There you go, baby. Yeah, let's go.
So it hasn't changed. It's taking a hacked PC, using it, turning it into a web server, using it for email attacks, online gaming. If we can get reputation.
Yeah.
And then there's your bot activity, denial of service, extortion. So we get enough, like you were saying, if people get enough of these machines sitting out there, the attacks are coming in from all over.
Yeah.
This is account credentials.
We can add crypto mining to that because they'll install like a crypto miner.
Sure.
We'll try to ignore the child pornography server up there in the corner. That'll get people in a lot of trouble. There's ransomware. One of the things that they'll do now too is they'll try to steal your session, because a lot of us have multi-factor authentication turned on. But if they can steal the session,
yep, they
can just replay the session wherever they want and actually log into it. And we've talked about MFA bypass, and that's one of the ways they can do it, is steal a session off your computer. So that's more of a new thing just because of the way that people's authentication has changed. But yeah, a lot of this still holds true.
And like I said, this was from 2011, I think it was published initially. And
the thing that's changed is the tactics they use. They've had to threat actors have had to revise their tactics because we have put more controls in place, more protections, more detections in place. So like their ability to do some of these things has just become a little bit more difficult. But they're evolving as fast or faster than the defenses are actually evolving. So that's a great graphic. Also, that PC is just old. We need to take that and like upgrade that to like something new, something sleek and sexy, like a nice little RGB gaming PC or something like that, just to really make it pop.
Meaning, this really is, what the bad guys are doing with PCs when they get them, why they want to get there. But ultimately, it really is, everyone has a bank account, and that's what the bad guys are going after.
Now everybody has a trading account.
A trading account, a bank account.
Cash App, Venmo, things like that. Things that can get access to money. Have you ever tried to get a refund from PayPal before when you get ripped off?
No.
Oh, dude. Oh. Look, PayPal might obfuscate the fact that you have a credit card and stuff in the back end, but trying to get through to PayPal, like if you get hit with like some sort of like fraud. I was listening to a podcast and this guy got hit with fraud. What he did is he went to a website and the site wasn't available in Canada. Well, he found the Canadian version of the website. It was not the website. Real. They duplicated the entire site and it looked exactly like the US site, the entire site. And they went through and he bought some stuff and used PayPal. But when he saw who the PayPal went to, he's like, oh, I just got fraud. Well, guess what? When you fight that with PayPal, there's no option for that. Like that you didn't get that they basically just created a fake website and did that. And trying to get a hold of somebody like on the phone for PayPal, good luck.
Yeah, I didn't get the goods.
Yeah, I didn't get the goods because they just totally took my money and they didn't ship anything to me. So what we're trying to say is like, this is a good overview of like just how valuable one person is. We need to update that graphic and put a person on there and just show how much value there is in like stealing information. I think people might, or we could find one because there's probably a lot of value in that for people.
Yeah. So, it is the 4th of July weekend's coming up. And I think, with 4th of July being in the middle of the week, I think it's going to be like the whole week is going to be a holiday for many people and companies. So, guys, we got to be careful and really watch what people are doing, and don't be lazy and just start clicking on crap to get the hell out of the office.
Well, it's going to start like Thursday night too, right? Because people are going to take the whole weekend. They take Monday off, Tuesday off. They might roll back in on Wednesday. Maybe.
Maybe.
Might take the whole week off. Yeah. So, yeah.
So it's the next 10 days.
Yeah, be vigilant. Remind your users to be careful. Again, we talked about this before. If you have a system, if you use mostly cloud apps, you don't have a server that you don't need access to and stuff like that, and you're not going to be there, just turn it off.
Yep.
Just turn it off. There's no need for it to be on. But again, if you do have a server and you have an IT company and they do monitor stuff for you, please tell them that you're turning it off. Just, please. I don't want to create. We don't want to be the cause of like thousands of alerts and just get hate mail from people because we got a bunch of people turn. They told us to turn it off. I turned my firewall off. No, it's just a good way to do it. If there's no need for it and you can still work and stuff like that. Like a lot of our customers, we moved them to cloud PCs and stuff like that. So their physical devices in the offices, things like that, there's no need for them to be on.
Yep.
There's just not. They can still get their job done, work, everything like that. So
cool. Well, we're heading into the weekend. Why don't we just wrap this one up and see what's happening afterwards? So, guys, if you have a future topic you'd like us to talk about, or you heard something great today, comment below, DM us, let us know, and if someone wants to come on the call and talk about something that happened to them in the past or have some specific questions, we'll gladly take people and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, and wait for next week, because if there's something that big that happens over 4th of July, trust me, we'll talk about it.
We might even talk about it on the 4th.
Oh, please let's not do that. We'll go live on the 4th. That sounds like a plan. Okay. Everybody have a good week. Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.